Ken Bell.
Yes, sir.
Wow, brother, it's really good to see you, man.
Thank you, man.
Really
It's so good to see you too, bro. Thank you.
Absolutely. For the people that don't know, tell them who you are. Tell them what you do.
My name is Ken Bell. I've been doing this for years. This is what I do. I'm a musician, producer, songwriter, musical director on stage, off the stage too as well. Definitely a father of 4 beautiful children. I'm a good friend. I love to do music, satisfy the soul. That's what I do.
You mentioned your kids. You got another artist in your family too. Tell us about your daughter.
Oh, young daughter, my name is Couture Bell. She's coming up. She has a project coming out. She's working very hard. She's very gifted. It came out of nowhere. I didn't think it was gonna be there for her. I thought she was just gonna say, hey, forget it. But it's there with her. Peace, Couture.
I appreciate you being a part of this documentary series. 2020 has been up and down.
Yeah.
Especially with the coronavirus. Tell us what you personally went through 2020. What was your ups and downs?
Whew. Some good ups, but it was mostly a lot of downs. 2020, when 2020 started, man, just like everything started, you know what I'm saying? All the things that were supposed to start. So I have found out end of October, early November, that I was diagnosed with cancer. Nasal pharynx cancer. It had something to do with the head, tumor growing in the head. I had to deal with a lot of sinus issues. One night, man, I was going through it for maybe like 4 or 5 months, especially in the summertime. I was just noticing like bleeding from my nose, bleeding from my mouth. I didn't want to talk to nobody about it because I was like, what's going on? Maybe this is a serious sinus issue. Man, just a lot. And I finally went to the hospital and they told me, the ears, nose, and throat doctor, thank you, Cleveland Clinic, for all you do. Great. That I was diagnosed with this disease. And it threw me back. And I was like, wow, why me? That was 2019, going into 2020.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? So that was that. And as we was approaching 2020, it's just like all was breaking loose. After I've been diagnosed, I had to go through radiation, chemo, radiation Monday through Friday, chemo every Monday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the afternoon every Monday. Took a lot out of me. That's what I went through, man. And I went through that for like 7 months straight, even more.
I remember I was at a gig with you in Akron. And later on you told me you couldn't hear.
Man.
You were still playing. How did you get through that? Tell me tell them what you told me.
Oh, I couldn't hear. All I can hear was boom, 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 and a little bit of my keys. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't hear nothing. Everything was so muffled.
And you're playing live.
I'm playing live.
And couldn't hear.
I could not hear. I went off of the vibration of what I can think I can hear and what I can feel. And I was going through that for months.
You sounded good. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, it was by the grace of God, man. It was by the grace of just, I guess, waking up with music. My dad, basically, since I was 4 years old, my dad made me listen to music since I was little. Like, go to sleep with music, son. Go to sleep with music. Get up and practice this with music. And I don't know why he done it, but I guess those things paid off. It was like a little Mr. Miyagi class, Learn how to wax off, wax on, that type of moment. Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate your talent, man. I have been, actually, you gave me my first live music gig at Take 5. Wow. It was me and my partner Z. Shout out to Z Brewer.
Yeah, Z.
Yeah, when I first came in and saw the setup, it was amazing. It was amazing. The talent of the franchise band, the way you orchestrated things.
Thank you.
So yeah, definitely you are music, man.
Thank you.
Definitely music.
Thank you.
What are your plans for the future? We're coming on the end of 2020.
Uh-huh.
Things are still up in the air. What's your next step? What's your next move?
Next step, I have a lot of steps that's being maybe being processed, but my main next step is my purpose is to bring the city together in music. Music is alive, but it's right now it's dead in our city. We don't know why we're really doing it. I want everybody to have purpose and why we're really doing it and why we want people to come to our events right now. People are scared to come to events. People are scared to get out their houses. COVID is here. You do have to be safe. You have to everything. But I want people to love music to get us to that party that we can actually love again, put our hands around each other, love each other, say encouraging words, not come in with a purpose of saying, hey, you here at this party, I want to see what you about to do. Let me see what you about to say. No, politics like that. No, when the music plays, it just heals you up and say, I can go another year, I can go another 10 years. I can produce this to my kids. That's my purpose, to make sure we can do that before I become very famous. You know what I'm saying? Which I am.
You're already there.
You know, so it's not about that. It's about the love.
How long have you been producing, and how long have you had the franchise?
I've been producing since I say about 23 years now. 23 years strong. How long I had the franchise band? I had plenty of bands before that, you know what I'm saying? But the franchise band, which is the franchise bank, which is called F Bank, coming up with a new logo right now. F Bank, why you call it F Bank? Hey, bands need banks. We need money. We need payroll, real payroll. When situations like this happen, musicians need somewhere to go where they can be taught and learn at the same time, even when they feel like they have it all. You know, set them up for their future. We'll be called the bank. We'll have our own university. We'll have our own bank. We'll have our own everything. That's what I'm searching for. That's where the franchise band came from. The band was like, hey, we playing music and we loving what we doing and people coming out and enjoying us and we're putting these events on. But we need to save money for ourselves because once we play, that money is gone to the bills. But now we can put it into the bank now. It can actually make sense for all of us. And we can go ahead and capitalize on that. That's the change.
If you had a choice of an artist you could work with, give me your top three that you would really love to produce, work with. Give me your top three right now. What would be your choice?
So top three, you know, just from me to you, so many, man. You put me in a tight squeeze right there. Samo, I would love to work with Samo. I would love to work with Charlie Wilson on the old school side, you know what I'm saying? Charlie still got it, bro. I would love to work with Kendrick Lamar.
Wow. You threw me left with Charlie, but I see it.
You know, Charlie was the generation of generations. Charlie know how to change. Charlie still know how to keep his sound and still present the change. That's who Charlie is, you know. He's resilient, you know. You know, he dealt with cancer too. I don't know if people even remember that, you know, but people who deal with something, they know how to hone up and they know how to get to the people without trying to feel famous. You know, Charlie is my old school and my new school. Thank you.
So how I found out about you or how you found out about me was through Donnie Lene, another powerhouse.
Yes.
This beautiful music. Shout out to Donnie Lene and FC on the beat.
Yeah, FC, man. Yeah. Incredible producer.
Yeah, absolutely. You have any other projects coming up within the city, within Cleveland? Can you give us some times or dates or kind of
And I want to give you some dates. I don't want to scare people with dates, but dealing with the pandemic, dealing with, you know, elections and stuff like that, maybe possible new up and coming shutdowns, but I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm praying for that we all get back out here and they can find a solution for us to get to working, and not just working, get back to this love for change. So my answer to that will be, hey, stay tuned. Black and Blue events. You know, you share your black side, which is your BS side, your bullshit side. You know what I'm saying? That when you spiking out and you like, hey man, I ain't got nothing else better to do. I'm just about to get high, I'm about to get drunk and just live life because I don't know where it's going. Your blue side is basically, you know, you tangerine, you space that out, and not just spirituality, but just your reality, where you at, how you change your life, you know, how you look at the lake, you know, when you go look at the water and you realize, land, man, I got an opportunity to live. I got an opportunity to live. And I'm just using all my black side. Where's my blue side at? Balance that out. You know, so when that woman love you, she don't just say, oh, I'm very spiritual. You know, preachers, if you listen to this, listen to me. You know what I'm saying? Your girl want that bad guy too a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it's not all about that. It's just about balance. You know, I'm Libra scales. I'm all about balance. I like to hear everybody's opinion, but then I'll outweigh it and have my own government and walk through the middle and say what's good for us and what's not good for us. Solution. So my Black and Blue events, that's what they're about. Let's balance out R&B, soul, classical, hip hop, musical, just whatever. Let's put it all together. Let's make it this big Kool-Aid soup, and let's make it good. Kool-Aid soup. I said Kool-Aid soup. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna actually make that a song, Kool-Aid soup, you know?
So at the close of 2020, what type of encouragement would you give somebody that's aspiring to be an artist, or, you know, music related, or what kind of encouragement would you give them right now?
That's a great question right now. The encouragement I would give an artist, anybody who's good at whatever you do, not just an artist, whatever you do, I encourage you to actually hone in and love yourself, connect with yourself. How you do that? You ask everybody to take a pause and you do it yourself. Stop asking everybody to do it for you. Love yourself a little more. Encourage yourself more. Talk greatness on yourself. That's what you should do as an artist, or whatever you do. Speak it on you. If you don't speak it on you daily, it can never come to pass the way you want it to come to pass. You know, even when you pray about it, be exactly what you pray about. You know, don't halfway it. Go all the way with it and accept what's going to come with it. Accept that it may be hardship. Accept that it may be good times. But then at the end of the day, there's a good time in it because you appreciate what you go through and you appreciate learning the lesson, not being the lesson. Learn the lesson so you can teach somebody else the lesson and they can say, man, he did not, or she did not go without at least telling me what's going on. That's the legacy you leave behind. Who wants to die or anything or leave this earth saying I didn't provide nothing, I didn't teach nothing. I just kept it all for myself. That was creates in 2020 a long time. We need more love. Love music, balance out who you are. Quit trying to be somebody else, artist. Don't try to sound like nobody else. Choose your own lane, artist. Look at somebody's lane and say that is great. Not how better you can be than that lane, but just create. Even if you can't create it, think about how can you be different. Think about it. Love how you can be different so they can see when you come in the room or step in the room, they different. I like it. I want them a part of the X-Men. I want them part of my team. You know why? Because they got this power. You ain't got that. You ain't gotta have all the powers. You just gotta have a portion. My goals are to let the city dream bigger. Cleveland, Ohio. Be bigger than small issues, small problems. Relationships that couldn't be rekindled or rebuilt, they can. You just show the work. And then it'll all come back around. Everybody just won't be friends again. Let's try to hone up on respect, whether if you white, black, Hispanic, Jewish, bum on the street. We see a bum on the street and they ask for, can I just borrow $5? I'm that heartfelt type of dude. I see my creator. What did you do for that person? I think we all need to get back to that. That could be you. That could be you. That's my goal, is to give back, to love back. So the love can be received in you and you can just live longer and feel comfortable longer. I'm not asking people to vote for me. I'm asking people to vote for love. So we can present more love to the future, our younger generation. And my biggest goal is to look out for the younger generation so they don't want to even make the same mistakes that I've made or the same mistakes that you made. It's not about me. It's not about just my ear. And to own the biggest label, underground. It don't have to be underground. It could be overground, you know? I don't have to be underground no more. That's my lane. I'm over the grounds, you know? From many cities, from all over the world, not cities. See, that's overground. They'll come to the bank and say, how can we make this happen, F Bank? Mr. King, signing out. Kim Bell, Franchise Bank. Music, integrity, love, passion. And multi-view this for the rest of our lives. So there will be a future, whether if it's on Earth and in space.